Good afternoon and welcome to St. James Chapel. Cardinal Supich, Reverend Carlos Arancibia Bermudez of the Clerics of St. Viator in Chile, Reverend Francis Lee of the Diocese of Hongdong in China, and Reverend Sergio Rivas Tamayo of Marmion Abbey in Aurora have requested to be incardinated into the Archdiocese of Chicago. They make this request having completed the probationary period of the process. I invite Father Arancibia to stand and Bishop Casey to come forward to give testimony on his behalf.
I first met Father Carlos Arancibia in 2018. He arrived to Chicago in February of 2016, and he had been assisting at Immaculate Conception Parish in Brighton Park. He came to Chicago by way of Chile. He's been a member of the Viatorians, and he was ordained a priest 8 years ago. His father Carlos, his mother Maria Teresa, and his sister Jessica live in Chile with Jessica's husband Sergio and Carlos's niece Catalina. I know that for him, being far away from family can be difficult. But in his years with us here, Carlos has come to find many friends and family here in our Church of Chicago. When he was assigned to St. Bede in 2018, he was coming to serve as my associate pastor, but it was just after he moved in that I was called to be an auxiliary bishop, and Carlos found himself called to be the administrator of the parish. And the community there at St. Bede was worried. They had been blessed with the ministry of Father Zeke Sanchez, and when I got there and served for 2 years, they were wondering about this priest named Casey, this Chicago Irish guy, and how was he going to speak Spanish and work with the Spanish-speaking community. They came to discover that I could speak Spanish and understood their culture. But now 2 years into my pastorate, I was leaving, and the English-speaking community was worried. Who is this guy Arancibia? And how are we going to understand him, and how is he going to understand us? The community came to see very quickly that Carlos has the heart of a shepherd. They discovered that there was no question about ethnicity or language ability. It was really a question of his love for the church, his love for his ministry, and his love for God's people. Father Carlos, as priest, speaks to the people with a great hunger to serve rather than to be served. And as I've come to know him through these years, I've come to see him not only as a fellow priest, but also as a friend, and not just as a friend, but as a brother. It's a gift to our church here in Chicago that the bond of friendship that he shares with our church is strengthened today as he's incarnated into our presbyterate, and I know that his priesthood will be a blessing for us here in the Archdiocese, and I pray that he is blessed as well in return.
I invite Father Lee to stand and invite Father Tom Sema to come forward to give testimony on his behalf.
Good afternoon. My name is Father Tom Sema, and I am the Dean of Vicariate 3, Deanery C. I am here to introduce Father Francis Lee for Incardination. In the year 1583, Matteo Ricci entered China. He set about to learn the language, preach the mission and message of Jesus, bring mathematical, astronomical, geometric science from Europe. He learned the language dressed as a Mandarin. He made 2,500 converts in his time in China. In 1999, Francis Lee entered the priesthood to do the same as Father Ricci. First at St. Andrew, then St. Barbara. Once he got to St. Therese Chinese, his destiny was set. People in Chinatown, Chinese students at local universities found a home at St. Therese. He also took seriously the work of the Chinese apostolate. Each year at our profile meetings, he asked for support from the Archdiocese for the apostolate. And when things moved forward, he got a lot of warm feelings and promises of prayer. But no money for part-time stipends or a place in the organizational chart. And every year, Francis came back calmly and more clearly to state his case. And why? He knew what I saw. Down Archer Avenue, there are now Chinese restaurants, daycares, auto repair shops, the office of Teresa Ma, real estate agents, all the way to Brighton Park, which is the home of Immaculate Conception, 5 Holy Martyrs, Pancratius, and Our Lady of Fatima, and 2,000 people speak Chinese at home. The most telling memory I have is the presentation of the results of St. Therese Parish Transformation, accomplished with the formation from Joy of the Gospel. His plan was clear, practical, offered great results. One woman spoke up. I used to come to church to meet my friends. Now I come to get to know someone new. Any priest interested in evangelization would give an arm and part of a leg for a parishioner like that. I have met few priests so calm and willing to state his opinion or opposition with tenderness. He can disagree without being disagreeable. Like Ricci, he has begun a great RCIA program and taken seriously the religious formation of the school. I'm pleased to present to your eminence Father Francis Dong Ping Lee for Incardination into the priesthood of Chicago.
I invite Father Rivas to stand and invite Father Matt O'Donnell to come forward to give testimony on his behalf.
Cardinal Supich, it is with great joy that I present to you and the Presbyterate of the Archdiocese of Chicago, Father Sergio Rivas. Father Sergio comes to the Archdiocese of Chicago from Colombia, the son of Enrique and Olivia Tamayo Rivas, the brother of Daniel and Alicia. I've had the great opportunity to know Father Sergio since we studied together at Mundelein Seminary. We were both ordained to the priesthood on May 12, 2012. Since that time, Father Sergio has been on a journey that has brought us to this moment. Father Sergio will make a great addition to our presbyterate and will truly serve as a Chicago priest. Pope Francis has reminded us as priests that priesthood is a gift, not a job or an employment contract. And recently, at Mundelein Seminary's The Bridge, Father Sergio reflected on the call of the first disciples and his own call to the priesthood. He said, How special that gaze of Jesus must have been that made fishermen into itinerant preachers and rich men into philanthropists. I have been praying for the power of that gaze. I know Father Sergio sees his life as a priest as a gift given to him by God, and a gift he is called to share amongst the people of God. As a former Benedictine monk of Marmion Abbey, I believe Father Sergio will bring to this archdiocese a true conviction to building community and working for renewal. In serving as an associate pastor of St. Agnes of Bohemia and Sacred Heart Parish, administrator of St. Domitilla and St. Genevieve Parish, and now pastor of Saints Genevieve and Stanislaw Bishop and Martyr Parish, Father Sergio has demonstrated a true love for the people he is called to serve. He is a pastor who values helping his community grow spiritually, intellectually, and in outreach. Whether it is through his innovative and thought-provoking Bible studies, the homilies he delivers, or the accompaniment he offers, Father Sergio is someone who walks with his people. As a brother priest, Father Sergio is honest, compassionate, and committed to our common life and priesthood. He is the type of priest who allows others to see inside of him, his heart, his values, his spiritual life. I think that is a great blessing to see in a brother priest. Most recently, Father Sergio has responded with great generosity to be an anointer for those suffering with COVID-19. His willingness to stand at bedsides to share the Church's sacrament of healing with those who are dying in this pandemic demonstrates the true love he has for the people of this archdiocese. I'm proud to present Father Sergio Rivas for Incardination in the Archdiocese of Chicago. I'm grateful to call him a classmate, a friend, and now a fellow priest of the Archdiocese. I pray that God will bless Father Sergio with many years of service in our local church.
The Incardination Committee has reviewed the qualifications of these priests and their desire to serve this local church, and now recommends them for incardination.
Thank you, Carol, for all of your work and preparing us for this day. And I also want to thank Bishop Casey and Fathers Sima and O'Donnell for their testimony today as these candidates for incarnation have been presented to us. It is striking that each one of their testimonies called out some very personal aspects of and gifts of the three priests in a way that allows us to keep in mind that the Church always needs to discern the gifts of people and calling them forward for service. These surely are three gifted individuals that will enrich the life of this archdiocese, and so it is a great pleasure today to preside over this ceremony. And so now, Carol, I ask you, have the three priests being presented found acceptance among the people and within the presbyterate?
They have.
And now I ask them to stand with their hands folded, and as now I ask them the questions. Do you renew your faith in Jesus Christ and your commitment as a priest of the Catholic Church? I do. When you become a member of the Chicago Presbyterate, do you promise to serve the people of this local church with generosity? I do. And do you promise obedience and respect to me and my successors? May God, who has begun the good work in you, bring it to fulfillment. And as the Archbishop of Chicago, I accept your incardination into this local church in the name of the people and in the name of the presbyterate of the Archdiocese. I welcome your commitment to serve alongside us and among us. May God bless you and your ministry. And so now I ask that each of you come forward as I place on you the stole of the Archdiocese and offer you a sign of peace. Father Carlos first here. Peace be with you. Congratulations. Thank you. Father Sergio. Peace be with you. Congratulations. And Father Francis. Peace be with you. Congratulations. Shasha. Now, on behalf of the Presbyterate and the Archdiocese of Chicago, I welcome you as a priest of this Archdiocese. We have a proud tradition, and it will now, in my mind, be even prouder with your incardination. Congratulations to you. And once again, thank you, Carol, for all that you have done in preparing for this day. We're grateful. We're well served by your competence and the due diligence that you do.
Thank you very much, Cardinal. Thank you.
This concludes our ceremony. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Great.